yet another episode 1 of a series that I may or may not ever finish. Hey guys, today we're gonna do a video that's a little different from the other ones. Intro for this new series called Vegan Propaganda. Alright, as vegans, we go through our daily lives in this society bombarded by images of anti-vegan messages, advertisements for meat products, for dairy products, for egg products. Not so much, but sometimes. Everywhere we go, we walk down the street and we see a McDonald's and a Burger King.
Which actually has pretty good vegan options, but anyways.
Vegans are only a very small sliver of the population, so as you can expect, we're a little excluded from stuff sometimes. And many people have a negative opinion of vegans. So sometimes when you're vegan, or when you're trying to go vegan, you feel kind of like bummed. Well, here I am to share with you positivity and progress. Basically, I'm just picking out certain news and information that are showing progress for the vegan community. I've just been accumulating cool things over the past while, and I thought I would share them and we can all talk about them. So, as most of you probably know, did you see that? So, as most of you probably already know, Ben & Jerry's came out with vegan ice cream quite a while ago. Personally, I thought they were all great, some better than others. After this great success of Ben & Jerry's, as expected, other companies are tagging along and doing their own little non-dairy thing. Haagen-Dazs and Breyers. And so now look at us. We got Ben & Jerry's, we got Haagen-Dazs, and we got Breyers vegan ice cream. Not that there wasn't enough vegan ice cream to start, but for regular grocery stores, for example, they're not always gonna carry brands like So Delicious or Coconut Bliss or I don't know what else, other like vegan ice cream companies. But they are gonna carry Breyers, they are gonna carry Ben & Jerry's, and probably Haagen-Dazs. So right on the front page of Haagen-Dazs's website, you scroll down to the bottom. If it ever loads, you can barely read it. Kind of maybe want to change your font size, Haagen-Dazs. It says, our new non-dairy flavors might become your new favorite. Yeah, for sure, they're gonna be the only ones that I eat, you dumbass. Just kidding. At Haagen-Dazs, we believe there's no room for compromise. So while most non-dairy options simply start by substituting soy, almond, or cashew milk, every flavor in our new collection begins with a core ingredient, like real pieces of Belgian chocolate, actual peanut butter, or real coconut cream. Here we go. We got chocolate salted fudge truffle, peanut butter chocolate fudge, mocha chocolate cookie with the cookie crunch flake, coconut caramel. You can find it at your local Target. And now for Breyers, new non-dairy, made with real almond milk. These non-dairy desserts have all the delicious taste you love and expect from Breyers. They got non-dairy vanilla peanut butter and non-dairy Oreo cookies and cream. And I'm hoping that those are gonna be more inexpensive because Ben & Jerry's is kind of like a higher end ice cream. You know, it's usually like $1 more than the other ones. But I know Breyers is more on the cheap side. Anyways, I've talked too much about ice cream already, so we're gonna move on to the next thing. Ooh, look at that. Check me out, it's freaking hot in my house. I heard about this place called Coal Fire. Apparently they came out with vegan cheese, or they didn't come out with vegan cheese, they're using Daiya vegan cheese. There's places like Blast Pizza, Blaze Pizza, and Pieology, all similar kind of Chipotle style pizza places. All three of those places have had Daiya vegan cheese for a while now. So now this Coal Fire place, they say that they have Daiya vegan cheese now on their menu, although theirs is $1 more, but still, you know, it's a step forward. Apparently it's only in Maryland and Virginia. So if you live in Maryland or Virginia and you didn't know about this, now you do. Next up, we got this place called Sweet Frog. Never heard of this either, but apparently they have 340 locations according to I don't know if it's Veg News or vegnews.com. Frozen yogurt chain adds 6 vegan Dole Whip flavors. Global frozen yogurt chain Sweet Frog. Oh, global. They're global. They've got Unite International. The new flavors include orange, strawberry, raspberry, mango, lemon, and Disneyland favorite, original pineapple. So if you didn't know about Dole Whip, it's the stuff, the pineapple whip stuff that they actually sell at Disneyland, and they also sell it at Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. I'm sure they sell it at many other places too. They sell it at my local yogurt place too. Definitely not healthy for you, but it exists. And it's vegan and it tastes good. So next thing I want to talk about is Dr. Oz. Shut up. So I have never actually watched Dr. Oz. I've just heard about him a million times. He seemed kind of annoying to me, to be honest, but I had no reason for that because I never watched him. But anyways, I was at my grandma's house the other week and she happened to be watching Dr. Oz, and what do you know, the one time I watched Dr. Oz, it was an episode all about plant-based protein. First, when I got in there, they were talking about the Beyond Burger. One of the host people on the Dr. Oz show, he was at a Whole Foods somewhere talking, of course, really. He was actually talking to the creator or founder of Beyond Burger. If you don't know about Beyond Burger, it's like supposed to be, I have never tried it yet, but it's supposed to be a more like realistic vegan burger, and it has like about the same amount of protein as a burger. It has like iron and something else in it, I don't know. They were taste testing it. They were talking about like how it compares to regular beef patties, so that was cool. And then after that, after a quick commercial break, they were talking about the 21-day weight loss diet, whatever, which if you haven't heard about that, that is actually an all vegan weight loss diet or whatever. It's not necessarily vegan because they do or why don't we just look at it? It says watch your animal protein and dairy. Watch it. Poultry, fish, eggs, and red meat should be consumed no more than 2 times per week on this diet. The same goes with milk and cheese. Freaking dope. The women who were on there talking about how the diet like affected them, they kept like, a lot of them were saying like they used to eat so much meat, and then even just after like the first week of doing this, they stopped even needing that minimum of animal protein because they just didn't feel like they needed it anymore because they were feeling so satisfied by the other stuff. Yeah, it was just really cool like to see basically a whole episode on mainstream television about vegan food, basically. Even though this doesn't affect most of you, and most of you probably don't really care that much, it's still interesting to know. In my own local newspaper, there's an article, and this is the title. Want to know how to make vegan ice cream? Here are some tips. What? Never ever ever would I have guessed that this would be an actual article in my local newspaper. As some of you may know, Fresno is not necessarily a super vegan friendly city, and I'm not complaining, you know, I get by totally okay. I'm just saying, like, this isn't some place that's like super like, even though it's in California, it says Nice Cream is dairy free and made with frozen bananas. It's an article all about Nice Cream. Isn't that so cute? It's got a picture, of course it's in black and white so it doesn't look very appetizing, but you know, it says Nice Cream is dairy free and made with frozen bananas and other ingredients by Robert Rodriguez.
Robert coming through with the vegan propaganda. What up, Robert? Love you.
If you love ice cream but you don't love what it does to you, then you will be happy to know there is an alternative. Vegans love it, and it's gaining wider acceptance among people looking for a healthy and great tasting alternative to ice cream. Recipes abound the internet. Pinterest is loaded with them too. Pinterest is the internet, Robert, but that's okay. You can make Nice Cream as healthy and simple as you want by adding fresh seasonal fruit like stone fruit or berries. Or you can flex your cooking skills, oh my god, flex, by trying food blogger Emily Herbert's version of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey. Bitch, I'm going to look that up. In this Central Valley magazine, which again is local to me, but still interesting, and I know a lot of you guys actually live in the Central Valley, annual food edition. There's a whole article called Vegging Out. The article literally starts out, is there a vegan option? It's a question that often earns me more than a sideways glance from other restaurant goers. Most people don't bat an eye at a request for a vegetarian meal, but remove 5 letters from the middle of the word and suddenly I'm the butt of the joke or the object of curiosity. So what do you even eat? Their plant-based diets are widely varied, as are their reasons for going vegan in the first place. Freaking sick. Oh, there's even more. I didn't even see this. Oh my god! Go vegan for a day. It's like a guideline. It tells you what to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A recipe for a vegan Crunchwrap Supreme, vegan jalapeno mac and cheese, or crabless cakes. What? Them, it looks really good. They even say, did you know? Famous vegans include actors Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto, actresses Alicia Silverstone and Jessica Chastain, Jason Mraz and Gwen Stefani, activists Cesar Chavez and Coretta Scott King, musicians Stevie Wonder. www.hobbycow.net for a list of vegan and vegetarian restaurant options near you. There are 81 results in Fresno area. Freaking awesome! They shouted out Happy Cow, which is one of my favorite things. I can't stress that enough. Yeah, sick. The next thing is actually from Parade magazine, which is barely even a magazine. I can't believe they actually call this a magazine. It's like 10 pages. According to their Wikipedia page, it says Parade is an American nationwide Sunday newspaper magazine distributed in more than 700 newspapers in the United States. So you've probably seen this before if you are in American. On the front cover, the very front cover, they got a freaking cow being petted by Jon Stewart of Comedy Central. You probably know him. Jon Stewart and wife Tracy with Valentino. Cute. It's called The Rescuers. It says 8 moving stories about people, the animals they love, and how they saved each other. What? They're pretty much all about dogs and one about horses, so that's nothing new really. That's what we see all the time. But then on the side, we've got this article entitled Farm Animals Need Love Too. It says, when comedian Jon Stewart stepped down as the host of Comedy Central's Daily Show in 2015, he also made headlines for his next project, the 45-acre farm for rescued farm animals that he and his wife, Tracy, plan to open in New Jersey. The Stewart's first farm rescues were a pair of pigs named Anna and Maybelle, who are now being joined by goats, chickens, cows, sheep, and other rescued livestock. You can follow the animals' progress on facebook.com/thedailysqueal. Last thing I want to talk about is the movie Okhta. I believe that's how you say it. It's a Netflix original movie. It looks amazing, not even from like a vegan point of view. It just looks like a really cool movie that I really want to see. Its initial release was June 28th, 2017 in South Korea. It has a lot of like familiar faces in it. You should watch the trailer. It doesn't give too much away. I just wanted to kind of like put it out there because it's been being talked about a lot in like the vegan community on the internet. Some people are kind of treating it like it's, I just went like this for some reason. Some people are kind of treating it like it's a vegan, like a pro-vegan movie. It's basically about a little girl. She's become like best friends with this giant pig hippo creature thing called Okhta, and it shows them together like blowing dandelions and freaking like frolicking, you know, they're having a good time. And then there's this like huge corporation. They basically want to use those pig hippo things for meat. Basically, I guess people are running out of food, and so the scientists like created this creature so that it would produce a lot of food. So basically the whole movie is about these animal activists and this little girl trying to rescue the Okhta. I don't necessarily think that it really promotes veganism necessarily, like specifically veganism. Even if it doesn't, I think it's still positive for the vegan movement, because I think more than like a anti-animal agriculture perspective, it's more of like an anti-corporatism perspective, if you know what I mean. It is like critiquing big businesses who just exploit people and animals and the environment, whatever. I mean, I haven't seen it, so I'll probably talk about it after I have seen it again. But I hope that even if it doesn't influence anyone to change their diet, at least it influences them to like think about businesses and like the businesses that you support, the business practices that you support. I think being conscious about like consumerism and businesses is like the first step. It's like a gateway drug to veganism, because basically veganism is just one like sector of like anti-consumerism culture, or like anti-corporatism or whatever. So yeah, you feel free to let me know your opinions on this, because I've heard mixed feelings throughout the internet of it. But there has been a lot of people who've been saying like, oh, I just watched this movie and I haven't eaten meat since, or like, I just watched this movie and now I want to go vegetarian or whatever. So, and that's all that I have today. Probably gonna be a super long video because I just talked about way too many things. Next time I do this, I'll just pick like 3 or 4 things to talk about. I hope that was really interesting. I hope you learned something new. Comments down below if you have found any interesting news in the world of veganism lately, or any businesses that are coming out with vegan options. Let me know your opinion on Okhta. If anyone's actually seen it, that'd be cool if you could talk about that too. Please no spoilers. And yeah, thanks for watching. Love you guys. Thanks for your support. And I will see you later.